Today, we're going to be touring an iconic piece of American history. This is a 71-foot Trumpy Fantail Houseboat. It's presented for sale by Jonathan Chapman at Worth Avenue Yachts. And if you're unfamiliar, John Trumpy & Sons, they're one of the finest old school American yacht builders out there. This yacht was first delivered in 1958. It was originally commissioned as the name Aurora, and it was actually commissioned and designed by John Trumpy himself as his personal yacht. This was the last commission from the Fantail Houseboat series. It's been updated meticulously throughout the years. It's in pristine condition, and back in 2009, it did go through a multi-million-dollar refit. And this yacht was built in Annapolis, Maryland. Like I said, John Trumpy & Sons, they're one of the finest old school American yacht builders. For instance, back in the day, when the US president would officially have their own presidential yacht, it was a Trumpy. The length is 71 feet, or 21.64 meters. It has a beam of 16 feet, or 4.88 meters, and a draft of 4 feet and 6 inches, or 1.37 meters. You can see the anchor off the front of the boat. And I'm about to walk around to the back of this yacht display so you can see from the outside perspective what the fantail looks like. And as mentioned, this yacht is presented by Jonathan Chapman. And let me take a few steps back because it is a little bit quiet now. But look at this boat, guys. This is incredible. You can see, we're not going to get up there, but you can see there's a small tender up on the roof. And then let's come around to the back. This yacht is named Bernadette. So this is what the back of the fantail looks like. You can zipper in and fully enclose the space. And without further ado, I think it's time we made our way on board so we can check out the rest of this incredible yacht. Keep in mind, guys, it was first delivered, like I said, in 1958. As mentioned, this was first delivered in 1958 as a personal yacht of John Trumpy. It is not every day you see these Trumpies in fine condition. I think we'll start, actually let's start all the way forward on the bow. You have some storage cabinets on each side. Here, of course, you can see the kit for the anchor. And then here, down here is actually the crew area. So you can see they do get some natural light and ventilation. And I believe at this stage in the game, you could own or operate this vessel. But when it was first delivered, I mean, back in the 50s, you're living the high life with this yacht. And at its full crew capabilities, you're gonna have it fully crewed with 3 members. And inside there are 2 staterooms, sleeping up to 4 guests. So almost 1 crew member per person. That's just how things were back in the day. You can see the bench across the front of the bow. Nowadays, you could use that crew area as additional guest cabins. And I'll show you what I mean later on when we get to those areas. I apologize if I repeat myself a few times, guys. I am truly just blown away, just even being on this boat, let alone filming it. It is not every day you get to step on board a piece of American history like this, and hopefully you all appreciate it for what it is. So let's step back. We're gonna bypass the bridge for now, and we're gonna make our way back. And we're gonna make our way back to the fantail. So this would be your primary dining area. And like I said, you can enclose this area off. So you have the table in the middle. Just imagine on a beautiful day like this, just cruising down the coast, enjoying an alfresco meal. We also have the seating sections that are aft. And this yacht, in my opinion, has been perfectly updated between certain modern amenities that you need on a yacht these days, combined with the old world charm. You can see storage over here. And then each side of this area, you'll see a door. Of course, there's a door that leads into the salon, but also you'll see the door right here. This is on a hinge, which you can probably make out right here. So this will hinge all the way across, completely closing us off from here. So when you are dining in this space, you're completely protected from the wind. And then through this door, of course, we will enter the main salon. All right, so step with me into the main salon. This is so incredible, guys. You can see, of course, your main seating area. Then I love the details in the ceiling. This boat just has that old world charm that you can't replicate. And then we're going to head down to the guest cabins and the owner's suite. As mentioned, there are just 2 cabins down here. So we'll start with the guest cabin. You can see there's 2 singles configured in a V shape. You have the bookcases along the wall, and each cabin does have its own ensuite. You can see we have the blue mosaic tiles in here, and a separate shower. And you still have windows in here, so there is some natural light. And then because this is the guest cabin, this ensuite also acts as the day head. There is direct access from the hallway. You'll have to comment down below and let me know, does the old world charm on a yacht like this really speak to you like it does to me? I cannot get enough of touring these yachts. This is the owner's stateroom. It's the full beam of the yacht. You have storage on each side. A small seating section over here. And then the ensuite for the owner's suite is located right here. Same style as the guest cabin, although this one, the shower is actually larger. Then you have closet space, of course, and I was impressed to see this lights up automatically. I'm sure that was added at some point. Whether it's 2025 or 1958, I'm sure cruising up the East Coast on this yacht is just an incredible feeling. All right, let's continue on. I think this boat is going to get pretty busy because it is such a cool yacht. So we have a door here, and this separates the main salon to the galley. This has been slightly updated over time, of course. You can see a modern microwave. There's a cooktop. You have your dishwasher down here. There is a side door as well. But also this is where the original galley was located. So it's really cool. In my head, I just picture what this looked like back in the 50s. And you can see it's paneled really nicely. This is your refrigerator and freezer. So it's hard to tell that it's even there. And on all these different sections, you also have the window over here, which back in the day, AC wasn't as common. So you can get a fantastic cross breeze in every single space. And that's just that thoughtful design that you needed. You can see side access doors on each side of the helm. And if you couldn't assume from earlier, because I don't think I mentioned it, but back in the 50s, I talked about how Trumpy is such an iconic yacht builder, but these were truly the top of the line that you could get back during that era. And also the fact that this was personally commissioned by John Trumpy himself, that also just adds such a cool historical element to this listing. You can see your classic steering wheel. And this is the perfect mix of old school and new with your gauges, your throttle control for each engine. But then you still have some Favruno screens, which were updated at some point. And you're positioned very far forward, so you get a great view out of here. And if you're wondering, hey, how do we get down to the crew area? Don't worry, we're gonna go there in a sec. We have the bench seating back here. And then there's a hatch in the floor. And you can also completely close this off so you're not gonna fall down. But if we lift this up, this will grant us access to the original crew domain. And this also grants us direct access to the engine room. But here we'll see the captain's cabin where we have the single bed. And then stepping forward, here is the next crew cabin where you have 2 bunks. And there's also a small sofa over on this side. Although I think it's too skinny for someone to sleep on. So this is how you get up to 3 crew members. As I said, in this day and age, it's not like you're gonna need 3 crew members to operate this vessel. But back in the day, when you're experiencing that 5-star luxury life out on the water, it was definitely needed. And then in this landing area, there's also a mess. So you have a sink, a refrigerator and freezer, as well as a washer dryer. All right, let's head back to the engine room. You can see you have direct access just from the crew mess. And you can see a mix of old school and new. Like I said, this yacht has been maintained impeccably over the years. You can see some newer looking Northern Lights generators. But then we also have some classic engines on this yacht. These are John Deere engines. Specifically, I'm gonna read this model out, 606-8 SFM50 engines. They produce 386 horsepower each. So your top speed is 12 knots and you can cruise at 10. And I don't have an official range estimate, but either way, this yacht is perfectly designed for coastal cruising, enjoying your time out on the water. And even then, obviously back in the day, it would have been extremely hot to work down here in the engine room. So you can see there are windows that can be opened up so you can get some ventilation and some natural light in here. It's always fun to think about those little design elements that would have been required back in the day to actually be functional. Nowadays, with all the AC systems, you obviously don't need windows in the engine room. It just doesn't make sense. And earlier, I don't remember if I looked up, but here is that vent from the window we saw up on the bow. And we're gonna give you one more shot of that main salon, and then we're gonna wrap up this tour. So let's head back up the stairs. We will close this up behind us. We don't want anyone falling in. Give you a look into the galley. And like I said, guys, you're just transported to another time when you step in here. The millwork, it looks incredible. It's in great shape. Then, of course, last but not least, so thank you, of course, to Worth Avenue Yachts and Jonathan Chapman for granting me access on board. This is a one-of-a-kind piece of history, but it's also in pristine condition. So this is ready to go cruising whenever you are. Thank you again so much for watching, and we will catch you next time. Actually, I almost forgot, guys. You might have been wondering, how do you get up to the roof to get access to that tender that we see back there? And there is a small ladder right over here. So if you stuck to the end, I appreciate it. But anyways, now we'll let you go. Have a good one.